The most challenging step in the Turkish Get Up for a lot of people is the initial roll to elbow and then lowering back down onto the back. So it is this step when many people struggle. So just coming up onto the elbow and then coming down. Many people report that they struggle with this step in either there's not enough oomph to get up, or their leg comes up and then they end up falling backwards like this. Both of those issues happen because there is a misconception about what that roll to elbow actually is. So when we lift heavy weights, be it deadlift or squat or press, one of the things we must do is maintain a straight, neutral spine. So if you're doing a deadlift, the first thing we do is teach you to maintain neutral spine. If you're doing a squat, the most important thing is that you keep neutral spine regardless of how deep you go, right? Weighted squats means you do not bend your spine like this at the bottom. You're doing press, neutral spine, so neutral spine. The Turkish Get Up is not an exception. What a lot of people mistake it for, that bottom part, is a crunch. So if you try to crunch at the bottom of the Get Up like this, your spine is no longer neutral, like this. And it is no longer as effective at lifting a heavy weight. When you lift a heavy weight, you want your abs to perform a bracing function. Then what performs the lifting function if your abs perform the bracing function and you're not sitting up? That job is done by your glutes and your lats, which are far larger, stronger and more powerful muscles. So what you want to think about when you are doing the roll to elbow is that it is a diagonal roll rather than a vertical sit up or crunch. So you're going to dig your heel into the ground. You have to be relatively wide. One of the common mistakes is people stay really narrow and then there's no way you can roll. You're just trying to sit up here. So you have to be relatively wide, starfish your legs, and then you're rolling to your side like this. So you're on one shoulder, and then from here you use your lats to dig your elbow in to the ground. In the meantime, your abdominals are just keeping your spine stable. They're not crunching it, you're not trying to sit up, you're just keeping it stable as a slab of wood. So spine stable. Down. So you're rolling onto the shoulder, then you're rolling onto the elbow. Then elbow, shoulder, and then elbow. Then shoulder, then back. Shoulder, elbow, shoulder, back. If you find that your straight leg comes up, this means that you are not bracing your abdominals. What might help you is two things. First, as you do this movement, which is diagonal, you're pushing yourself across and then up on the elbow. You want to press this leg actively into the ground, and you want to push the air out of your lungs with an exhale, like this. This movement with your diaphragm helps you stabilize your spine and helps you engage your abdominals. So it helps brace the midsection. In fact, every movement, every step of the Turkish Get Up should have an exhale in it, like so. So the only one that doesn't have an exhale in it, or doesn't have to have an exhale in it, is just moving your foot from side to side, because it doesn't actually require much force, right? You just shift your foot side to side. But to come up, you exhale. Doing this will not only help you learn to stabilize the kettlebell overhead because you're pausing in each position, it will also pressurize your midsection so that you transfer the skill of lifting a heavy weight to all the other lifts, because your ability to create this tension in your midsection transfers to every single lift and athletic movement that you can do in your life.